Welcome back to our channel. Today, we're going to explore the ageless beauty of the iconic Bollywood actress, Rekha. Known for her timeless elegance and radiant skin, Rekha has always left us wondering about her anti-aging secrets. So, get ready as we delve into the mysterious beauty of Rekha and reveal her secrets to looking so good. At the age of 13, she quit school to start acting in order to support her family. She did a few Telugu films in Chennai, but very badly wanted to act in Bollywood. At a party that her father took her to, she met the famous director, Mohan Sehgal, who was impressed by her looks. Since it was her looks that made Rekha enter the film industry, Sehgal played a big role in what is known of Rekha's looks today. He took her under his wing and changed her simple looks into a more stylish and fashionable image. They began to have a likeness for each other and Sehgal wanted to marry Rekha, but his failing health did not permit it. Upset and discouraged by the failure of her first love, she turned to acting to put it all behind her. Today, Rekha believes that the most beautiful thing that a woman can wear is her confidence and the wisdom with which she responds to circumstances. This is what gives her strength, poise, and grace. Confidence and wisdom are what transform a plain Jane into a stunning beauty. While very little is known about her early life, Rekha was born on October 10, 1954 as Bani Rekha Gainson in Chennai, Tamil Nadu. Rekha's father, Gemini Gainson, a popular actor from the 1950s to the 1970s, never married her mother, Pushpavali, who was a Telugu actress. Pushpavali, being extremely poor and uneducated, was unable to maintain the family on her own and had to put Rekha and her sister with the 5 children of Gemini and his other wife in order to make ends meet. This kind of early childhood without a stable home and family was difficult for a young girl and still affects Rekha to this day. Recalling those days, Rekha had said, "I was a very silent kid. I used to feel the absence of a family." Rekha's real name is Bani Rekha Gainson. She was born on October 10, 1954 in Chennai. She came from a well-to-do family. Her father was the famous Tamil actor Gemini Gainson and her mother was the beautiful Telugu actress Pushpavali. Though they were not legally married, Rekha's parents lived together as husband and wife, and her early childhood years were quite tough as Gemini Gainson denied being her father and disowned her. After her parents split, her mother shifted to a small flat in Mumbai to protect her children from their father. In an interview, Rekha has stated that male members of my family who were no less in the art of cosmetics and women chasing and womanizing manipulated in ruining my father's life and thereafter ours too. My mother literally starved to square meals a day, and despite all the hardships, she wanted to educate us and direct us towards a secured living. Rekha has a sister who is 9 years older than her. Due to the family's financial constraints, Rekha's sister underwent double shifts for the sake of her education. This was very tough for Rekha, and her early schooling was marred with the ignominy of being an Anglo-Indian, as the only affordable convent was not a very reputable one. But it was here that the seeds of being an actress were sown, as Rekha would provide entertainment to her friends by imitating the teachers. After she finished high school, Rekha joined the ladies' training school in Bangalore, where her sister was working. This was soon abandoned, as the principal tried to get friendly with her. Very quickly after winning Miss India, Rekha is said to have been the busiest newcomer in 1970. Her first film was Sawan Badan opposite Navin Niskal. Though not very successful, it gave Rekha credibility as an actress rather than a beautiful heroine. Despite having a very chocolate-faced heroine at the time when Zina Aman, Mumtaz, and Hema Malini were popular, Sawan Badan brought an awareness of her dusky beauty which would later make her into a serious actress. Sawan Badan was followed by a spate of commercial action films with established heroes, including Samaj Ko Badu Dolo, where she was romantically paired with Dharmendra for the first time. Her roles were rather inconsequential, and she was considered a jinx as many of her films were canned and those which were completed flopped at the box office. During these testing times, she is said to have looked to character actress Nana for support, who shared with her the benefits of being a single, independent working woman. This advice was to influence Rekha into establishing herself firmly in the industry before finding personal commitments. While she found some success with action hero films, she found herself typecast as a silly starlet who performed purely for money. Despite the setbacks in her initial film career, Rekha quickly moved on to parallel cinema. Her first film in the genre was a cameo role in Angie Main in 1978 as part of an ensemble cast of Bollywood's finest actors. Her role went unnoticed, but mention of this film is important because its director Sama Pal is said to have predicted at the time that Rekha would later become a great actress. The turning point for Rekha in her career was a chance to act in a role that really mattered. This was in Muzaffar Ali's directorial debut Umrao Jaan, which was released in 1981. Muzaffar came to know of Rekha through a screen test she performed for his earlier shelved project and asked her to take on the role of the legendary Lucknowi Tawif. The role was perfect for Rekha, bearing stark similarities to her own tragic life story and her somber screen image. Although seen as typecasting at the time, she played the role to perfection, displaying an understanding of the grace and adaar that epitomized the 19th century courtesans, a quality that set her apart from the rest of her contemporaries in the industry. Umrao Jaan won critical acclaim but did not see much commercial success. Despite this, the Best Actress Filmfare Award was given to Rekha a year late in 1982 to make up for her loss on Khoobsurat. This was the first of many areas where the film industry was to recognize the talents of Rekha. Rekha's appearance and performances led to her being titled as the sexiest woman in the industry, and she captivated the hearts of the nation. Some of her famous films include Namak Haram, Nikada Ko Sikandar, Khoobsurat, Umrao Jaan, Silsila, and Khun Bari Maun. The movie portrayals were solid, genuine, and intimate. The ability to look provocative and innocent at the same time was a task carried out with perfection. In movies like Umrao Jaan and Khun Bari Maun, Rekha's character was that of a woman who is strong, resilient, and with the resolve to fight against the fate she had been dealt. She was a courtesan in Umrao Jaan and a widow in Khun Bari Maun. In reality, to a great extent, Rekha has beautifully fought the odds and carved the destiny she wanted for herself after tasting the fruits of success, especially after the electrocution detailed to her through an explosive letter in the movie Khun Bari Maun. She decided to quit the film world and turn to politics. Although she never ventured into politics, she did quit films and concentrated on her other talents: fashion designing, and art. Throughout her career, Rekha has won numerous accolades for her performances in commercial Indian cinema. She has won 3 Filmfare Best Actress Awards and 1 award in a supporting role. She was awarded the Padma Shri Award and, more recently, the nation's thoughts in regard to her performances for the movie Koi Mil Gaya. Producing an adaptation of it has been amazing. She did a cameo in the movie, but her presence was well heard of by the Indian public, calling her to the Rajya Sabha, the upper house in the Indian Parliament, for a 6-year tenure. Rekha has always had a flair for the extravagant and the ornate. It is reflected not only through her acting, but also through her personal style. Throughout the years, one could never see her looking less than immaculate, and her grandiose style drew both admirers and critics. This, along with her award-winning roles, no doubt led to her being one of the most photographed women in the Indian film industry. Her time in the public eye demanded that she maintain her appearance, always radiating the grand diva image on which she has trademarked. But Rekha's attempts to remain comely are something that are done strictly for herself. She admits that she often dresses to please nobody but herself. Shedding light on her style, she says, "I always felt dressing up adds to the zest of the day. Even as a small child, I remember I always liked to go to parties only because I got an excuse to dress." We've certainly noticed her fashion with over 4 decades of dramatic cinematic expressions and bold sartorial choices. But nothing less than a diva would befit her charisma and the glittering stardom she has experienced. The ageless PD of Rekha has been acclaimed for several decades, and she remains just as glamorous, and enticing as ever. However, unlike most stars of her generation, Rekha has applied a full biblical approach. Avoid the 7 sins. Her flawless complexion, lustrous hair, and svelte figure are all testament to the fact that Rekha spends an inordinate amount of time taking care of herself. Even though she's never openly shared her beauty secrets, we're here to uncover some of the ways in which she manages to look so flawless and defy the relentless passage of time. Despite the world acknowledging her as a diva of flamboyant fashion, there is a subtle, timeless elegance to her dressing style as well. From early on, those close to her have noted that beneath the loud and spirited facade lies a sensitive, somewhat shy woman. This side of her nature is best expressed through her adoration of Kanjivaram saris. Rekha has donned these garments in countless films and public appearances, and she has a deep fondness for their rich texture and the heritage they symbolize. Of late, her appearances on the silver screen are few and far between, and when the occasion arises, Rekha insists on reeling in the siren gaudiness and instead opting for a more classy, sophisticated look. The end result is always breathtaking, as Rekha combines her love for diamonds and exquisite ethnic jewelry with a simple, yet alluring sari that drapes around her willowy frame. Even as time marches on, age refuses to wither Rekha's eternal bond with fashion. The slickly tailored salwar kameez and vibrant dupattas have become her attire of choice today. And yet, whether she is experimenting with the latest trend or revisiting the styles of the past, Rekha has always, and will always, be a fashion statement unto herself. One of the biggest contributing factors to Rekha's iconic status is her impeccable sense of style. She has always been forward-thinking in her wardrobe selections and has never been afraid to step outside the box. Throughout the years, she has repeatedly created incredibly bold, alluring fashion statements. In a time when full-figured actresses were scorned for lacking the petite figure of their peers, Rekha had no qualms about donning tight-fitting, low-cut blouses and a sari. She has also been noted for reviving the practice of wearing an ornate, backless choli. Her quest to flout convention and remain true to her natural inclinations has landed her in the unique, sometimes risque, and often controversial fashions that have become her trademark. It is vital to have a good skincare and beauty regimen to maintain a youthful appearance. Rekha shares that a vital part of her beauty routine is achieving a flawless complexion. She uses Judge Joker Skin Toner, Good Old Physiogel for her skin, and Clarins Beauty Flash Balm. She has her own beauty secret that she has shared, which is the application of a mixture of clove oil and olive oil to treat and prevent puffiness around the eyes. The concoction is stored in a bottle in the fridge. She is known to wash her face no less than 3 times a day. She has admitted to having a face washing compulsive disorder and has even washed her face in flight. She uses soap, usually Lux, and Johnson & Johnson's baby lotion on her face. While doing this, she avoids heavy exposure to the sun, and when unavoidable, she smoothes her face with sunscreen to avoid pigmentation. She shares that she's not afraid of looking like a human being, and her priority is in maintaining the goodness of her skin. This extraordinary woman refuses to believe that looking old is the natural pathway of life. Since she was 20, she applies Nivea cream to her face and Succinol to her body at night till today. She states that it is clear that she has not gone downward from her youth years. This may have been the most crucial moment in her obsession for beauty. Heavily intrigued by this marketing advertisement for the product Adele Pectin, she played the role of a girl daydreaming of her youth years if she had been alive. This resulted in excessive purchase of this product in its lifetime supply, stating it will keep her young at heart. She has a flair for the dramatic as well. Coming home from an outdoor shoot on a rainy day, she was not satisfied with the care she had given to her skin and spontaneously, without an umbrella, had the driver take her back to the shoot location just so she could, in her words, get all the rain on her skin. Rekha is known for her everlasting beauty and how gracefully she has aged, maintaining a young aura. She attributes her fitness and her slim and beautifully sculpted figure to yoga, which she practices for around 45 minutes to an hour every day. Yoga is a well-known way to reduce stress, keep the body supple and lose weight. It is also an excellent exercise for promoting glowing skin. An art that has been a way of life in India for over 5,000 years. It is a mix of mental, physical and spiritual exercise and discipline that has been known to provide several kinds of physical and mental benefits. It is obvious to maintain her looks. The Silsila actress has made a habit of exercising every day, even if it is for 15 minutes. Exercise is good for the body, mind and spirit, and keeps one energetically radiant and positive. Given her disciplined lifestyle, there is no doubt that Rekha is a living embodiment of a glowy and zestful yogini. Using the map of Rekha's anti-aging secrets, based on research and revelation on various print and digital media sources, to shape the ultimate resource for beauty through the ages. Rekha is known to be a vegetarian, and this has been implemented from her childhood. Her diet is high in vegetables, fruits, lentils, beans, salads, and yogurt, which is high in vitamins and minerals, low in fat and calories. A diet high in animal fats tends to age the skin. She also does not eat very much because, as she mentioned, the key is not to overeat but just enough for the body to function. An eating plan to lose weight involves eating foods that are high in nutrition, low in calories. According to her, diet essentials to look young is to eat vegetables, fruits, pulses, salads, yogurt, low oil, rice, and roti available in Indian diet. A low-calorie and low-carb diet is effective, such as the Atkins diet, due to an intake of foods low in calories and carbs in vegetables. This was revealed by one of the actress's visits to her residence. A low-carb diet is beneficial due to the fact that when the body needs energy and the carb storage is depleted, it burns body fats, and that's what you want. Low-carb diets are used to lose weight and stay healthy. This matches with what she did with her diet to maintain her eternal beauty. The high-protein diet for hair is beneficial as food rich in protein for hair growth makes it healthy and shiny before consumption of food supplements or hair products. According to Complete Wellbeing magazine, Rekha looks to Ayurveda. It may be working. Rekha has a radiant and ageless screen presence. Although she is no longer in her youth, Rekha was born in 1954. She looks fabulous at 50. People want to know how I look like this at my age, she said in an interview with British Nandi. She often gets asked if she uses Botox or undergoes plastic surgery. She answers with a playful evasiveness. I'll tell them that I have a God-given bone structure and these are expensive creams. I'll leave them guessing which one it is, she said in the same interview. All she really cares to reveal is that she uses no artificial means in enhancing her beauty. Instead, she is an avid user of traditional Indian beauty treatments and a dedicated practitioner of yoga. In classic form for the elusive Rekha, that is all that can be extracted on this matter. Fenugreek is useful in preventing the appearance of wrinkles. In this regard, put 1 tablespoon of fenugreek into a small pan of water and boil it for about 15 minutes before allowing the water to cool. Then strain the water and make it into a paste either by adding a few drops of water or using green tea using the teaspoon. This paste is applied to the skin before leaving it for about 10 minutes 15 minutes before washing it off with warm water. This method is also an effective remedy for age spots. The mango, in its fruit, leaves, or kernel, is another food which is extensively used as an effective remedy for premature aging. The fruits are high in beta-carotene, vitamin E, and selenium, which all play a role in making the skin soft and smooth even in old age. In this regard, the fresh mango pulp rubbed onto the face and kept for about 10 minutes 15 minutes before thoroughly washing it off is an excellent treatment for the skin. This same method can be applied with the inner side of the mango skin. The mango kernel, which after obtaining the mango butter, can be made into a powder and then mixed with 1 tablespoon of milk powder, adding water to create a very effective poultice face mask. This mask is to be left to dry before washing off and is a very good method for preventing the appearance of wrinkles. The Ayurvedic practices have found a special place in the heart of Rekha, and she swears by following a mostly vegetarian diet to maintain a clean body and mind. It is said that if your digestion is good, then there is less chance to get sick or diseases, and as we age, the digestive fire within us weakens. In Ayurveda, it is believed that most diseases originate from the improper functioning of the digestive system. Rekha claims that to improve digestion and to get the optimum benefit from the food you eat, it is necessary to eat in a peaceful environment, an unhurried manner, and with a happy state of mind. The more you enjoy your food, the more it nourishes your mind, body, and soul. Food and meals should never be taken when feeling upset, angry, worried, or if feeling environmental conditions are not conducive. Meal timings and choices of food are also important for a healthy lifestyle. Rekha chooses only fresh, wholesome organic foods and never eats before the previous meal is digested. Fasting is another practice Rekha swears by for maintaining purity of body and mind. It has done wonders for my skin and my knees. This practice is one of the most effective and powerful tools for promoting the healing of disease and for preventing the onset of illness. By avoiding food, the body can then use its energy to cleanse and heal toxins from the body which can accumulate and cause disease. A grumbling tummy does a lot of good. The traditional texts on Ayurveda have frequently emphasized the beneficial effects of meditation on the mind-body system. Western interest in meditation has grown considerably in the last half-century, particularly in the years since publication of a popularizing text on transcendental meditation. There is also now solid experimental evidence to support the view that regular meditation has a beneficial effect on mental and physical health. We already have reviewed the evidence that chronic psychological stress has a negative effect on the rate of aging, which would suggest that reduction of psychological stress would have a beneficial effect. An intervention in the program of aging should have the following characteristics. It should be something that can be adopted for the whole of adult life. It should not be an isolated medical or surgical treatment. Ideally, it should be of benefit irrespective of whether a person is in good health or unwell. It should not be an unnecessary expense. It should have other benefits for the person apart from its effect on aging. Meditation would appear to meet these conditions. Our day starts at 5 a.m. with a cup of barley water or aloe vera juice, followed by skimmed milk, 2 of her favorite Tangier and a handful of almonds. This is followed by an hour of yoga and 3 hours in the gym. She believes in cleansing her system. For this, she takes herbs like amla and a natural remedy called swadhishtha chana. It is an Ayurvedic preparation which is very good for digestive disorders and provides the necessary nourishment to the body. This is followed by a fruit platter and a cup of tea. Her lunch usually consists of a chapati with some vegetables, rather like our theme for the ideal meal, and she tries to have an early dinner by 7 p.m., ending the day's intake with a cup of warm milk. She does confess to loving chocolates but says moderation is the key, 1 bite per day, and loves to pamper herself with spa treatments and an occasional steam and sauna. According to the diva, this is what helps her stick to her routine. At the heart of her success, Rekha will remain etched in the minds of the Indian film lovers, regardless of the generation they stem from. Her timeless beauty, charm, and talent have gained her a fan base stretching from the late 60s up to the present day. This ongoing popularity was given recognition by her winning the Living Legend Award at the Obeawords in 2003. Currently, the younger generation's awareness and admiration of Rekha grows as they become acquainted with the works of her youth that have stamped her mark in the Indian cinema. As well as her contributions to Indian cinema, Rekha is an inspirational figure for Indian women in that she is someone who has soldiered on and fought against adversity. Her personal life has been rife with tragedy, from her father's death, her unsuccessful relationships, and the recent deaths of her friends and colleagues. These hardships have not detracted her from her career, and Rekha is a testament to the strength and persistence of women. She has held her head high and carried on, still maintaining a strong presence in the world of Indian cinema. This has shown Indian women that they too can walk the path of an arduous life and still emerge as a success. In the years to come, it is unmistakable that Rekha will be remembered as one of the most enduring and talented women in the world of Indian cinema. Her aptitude, good looks, and enthusiasm for her roles gained her a place in not only the history of Indian cinema, but the hearts of many Indians all over the world. One of the most commendable attributes of Rekha's legacy is her overcoming the obstacles to become recognized as a capable actor rather than a Bollywood sex symbol. She not only took on non-glamorous roles, but also the role of producer in order to make films which were unconventional for the Bollywood scene at the time. It is only in recent times that the Indian cinema has been shifting towards the genre of the parallel film that Rekha had been part of all along. The 70s was an era which witnessed Rekha's eventual rise to stardom and prominence. She started off as a gawky, adolescent, pimply-faced girl with a gawky figure and an uncanny sense of makeup for which she earned the name Dakoda. However, a sign of things to come was very much visible as she notched up performances in offbeat movies like Do and Jane, Gashane. It is from 1976 onwards that Rekha started taking a very conscious and a well-thought-out transition, acting in various roles and taking the first step in discarding glamorous roles and the gaudy makeup for meaningful cinema. This year also saw her first Filmfare Award for the Best Supporting Actress in Mughal-e-Azam, where she played the role of Anarkali and followed it up with the movie Amanash. But the turning point came with the movie Khubsurat in 1979. It was after this movie that Rekha broke through the image of a glamour girl and became accepted as a genuinely talented actress. Comprehending the essence and impact that Rekha has bestowed on Indian cinema, a special section has been marked out in relevance to the descriptive details that bring to mind her transient involvement during the three dormant decades, and how the journey has resulted in creating an autumn that signifies her eloquence, mesmerizing gaiety, and an enduring humility. Even as Rekha concludes with her 100th film, she still remains an enigma, a legendary actress with a screen career that spanned over 30 years, giving memories of her compelling and diverse roles. Rekha is a name that would always lie etched in the minds of every Indian. Any role that she undertook was done with utmost sincerity and determination, the end result being outstanding performances. Her angelic visage, expressive mesmerizing eyes, chiseled features, and a flawlessly radiant complexion have made it possible for her to portray roles that were both young and old. Rekha has always been in the eye of fashion. In her early years, she was often criticized for her weight and dressing sense. She took control of her life and changed her appearance entirely with her stylish clothing and makeup. She made a statement with her sudden slim figure and picked up a new image. Her trendy hairstyle, designer clothes, and light makeup became a fashion trend. This influenced women all over India to cater to their appearance. They tried to ape Rekha's fashionable style and copied her wardrobe and hairdos. She has often been labeled as a perfectionist and hardworking. Her enduring effort has inspired many women to become the best of what they can. She has proved that age is no barrier to success and one must strive hard to achieve it. The present generation has recognized Rekha as a successful and glamorous actress. The youth are not acquainted with her earlier life or her personal experiences, but they admire her for the person she is now. They are very impressed with the way she has turned her life around and brought herself to where she is now. She has become an inspiration for women and is an icon in the film industry. Her life has taught women to have self-respect and self-esteem, how one should go about the hindrances faced and achieve success. With the leisure of time, one should not give in and become weak, but rather persevere to make the best of their life. Her continuing popularity has ensured that she has never been too far removed from the industry. Events such as the International Indian Film Academy Awards have seen her travel to such far-flung locations as South Africa, the Netherlands, and Malaysia to make rare public appearances to receive Lifetime Achievement Awards and to give performances paying tribute to her career. And she has often been present at similar events in Mumbai. If anything, such markers of industry recognition are symbolic of the immense respect with which she is held by filmgoers, her peers, and subsequent generations of actors. In a poll conducted by Bombay Times, Rekha was voted the fourth biggest female icon in the history of Indian cinema and was the highest ranked actress still alive. As such, to be remembered as a good human being and a good actress may well have had its share of hardships, but there can be no doubt that she is held in high regard as both. Though she has had a rather reclusive private life and shunned the public eye, the actress still remains one of the most enduringly popular stars of Indian cinema and has an intensely loyal and lasting fan base. The late classic film director and Rekha's frequent co-star, Hrishikesh Mukherjee, stated in an interview in 2000, "Even today, there is no one to match Rekha. She is still the most beautiful and undoubtedly the best actress we have." Her colleague Shabana Azmi has also said, "Rekha is the quintessential Bollywood story. If there was a true artist who never quite understood the inner workings of the industry and its superficial games, it is Rekha." In an industry where people are quickly forgotten after disappearing from the public eye, it is a testament to her immense popularity that such sentiments are expressed even when there has been such little activity in her career in recent years. That brings us to the end of our journey into the world of Rekha's beauty secrets. Her grace, elegance, and timeless beauty are truly inspiring. Remember, true beauty comes from within and is reflected in our actions and attitudes. If you enjoyed this video and found it informative, don't forget to hit the like button and share it with your friends. Subscribe to our channel for more beauty tips and secrets from your favorite celebrities. Until next time, stay beautiful and keep shining.